the latest move in an ongoing diplomatic spat between Russia and the U.S. Thousands of pro-Kremlin demonstrators took to the streets of Moscow to voice their support for a ban on foreign adoptions.
I believe that the children of Russia should stay here and be raised by our Russian citizens with our customs and our families. We have strong traditions that we must pass on.
The demonstration comes following the death of Max Chateau, who was adopted by American parents. Some Russian officials suggested he died as a result of abuse, but an autopsy determined his death was accidental.
They returned a finding that the cause of death of this child was a laceration to the small bowel mesentery artery due to blunt trauma in the abdomen. But the manner of death is that it was accidental.
But the autopsy results haven't convinced the Russians. The Foreign Ministry said only an examination of these documents will enable meaningful conclusions to be reached about the circumstances surrounding the Russian child's death and determine our possible future steps. Americans have adopted more than 60,000 Russian children since the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, but it hasn't been without controversy. Last year, a Tennessee woman put a 7-year-old boy on a plane back to Russia, saying he had behavioral problems and that she could no longer care for him. In December, the Duma banned all adoptions by Americans. The move was seen as retaliation for a law passed by Washington, preventing Russian officials suspected of human rights violations from coming to the United States. The U.S. and Russian opposition opposed the move, accusing the Kremlin of playing politics and using children as pawns. Catherine Stansel, Al Jazeera.